Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this Centennial lecture series featuring a Centennial conversation on the regulation of our identities, Indigenous peoples, and the enigma of legal representation. Today also marks the 25th lecture in the year-long Centennial lecture series that features renowned international and local personalities, not only in the academe but also in government and industry. We would like to repeat that all lectures will be beamed live to the following UP campuses: UP Manila, UP Los Baños, UP Visayas, in Mayagao, Cebu, and Tacloban, UP Mindanao, UP Baguio, and the UP Open University, and webcast through the internet for wider coverage. Since we are on webcast, our audience from anywhere in the world may send in their questions. May we reiterate our previous request for the audience to please turn off your mobile phones, as even the buzzing sounds from phones on silent mode will interfere with our sound system. Thank you. Please rise for the Philippine National Anthem.
Bayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyat ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisigil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong pagkaw, ay nilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdiligid, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng maraming konsepta, ay langit sa likod. Aming ligaya na pag may mamahakit, pagkamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Today, we hold another important event to celebrate UP Centennial. I think most of you are aware that we have lined up a series of events to mark this important milestone in the life of UP. We are organizing celebration activities, fundraising activities, and other activities to promote or project UP to the outside world. But the centerpiece of UP's Centennial celebration is actually the UP Centennial Lecture Series. After all, UP is an academic institution, and because it is, a good part of commemorating its birthday is to get scholars, experts, and distinguished individuals to share with us their thoughts on UP or their views on burning issues of the day. 4 categories make up the lecture series. One set of lectures will be delivered by insiders. They will present to us their views on UP, its successes and achievements, its faults and shortcomings. From them, we will get the view from inside. Another set will be delivered by those who are not part of our community, but who we believe take an interest in our university. They will share with us their insights on our vision, our mission, as they are perceived by the larger community. From them, we will get the view from outside. The third set of lectures will be by experts both from UP and from other institutions who will talk about national and global issues such as global warming, poverty alleviation, indigenous peoples, state of Philippine education, status of women, peace and conflict resolution, etc. And finally, for the fourth category, we will feature distinguished individuals who, through their life work, have attained great distinction in their respective fields. As an institution tasked not just with producing new knowledge and disseminating existing knowledge, but also with the shaping of the minds of a future generation of leaders, we felt it was important for us to have this lecture series and provide our faculty and students with the opportunity to listen to what our scholars, experts, and invited guests have to say. Today, we have the honor of welcoming the scholars and experts, both from UP and other institutions, who will explore pressing issues confronting the nation and the world. To them, I express our sincerest thanks. We are grateful for your presence and your time. And to all those who are here, thank you for joining us.
Again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to present at this time our discussants. We'll start with Dean Marvic, MBF Leonen. A professor of law in the UP College of Law, Dean Leonen graduated with an AB Economics degree, magna cum laude, from the School of Economics in 1983. He earned his Bachelor of Laws degree from the UP College of Law in 1987 and subsequently obtained his Master of Laws degree from the Columbia University in New York. Dean Leonen first joined the faculty of the College of Law as a professorial lecturer in 1989. Since then, he has been director of the College of Law's Office of Legal Aid, the University General Counsel, and its first Vice President for Legal Affairs. Dean Leonen was one of the founding members of the Legal Rights and Natural Resources Center, Inc., Kasama sa Kalikasan, a legal research and advocacy institution, and has also served as its executive director. He has represented the interests of indigenous people on various occasions, not least among these as counsel for the petitioners in Labugal Bilaan Tribal Association versus Ramos. Besides his numerous publications on issues regarding indigenous people's rights and legislative policy, Dean Leonen has also published a photo essay on political ecology. Our second discussant is Dr. Raimundo Rovillos. He is a professor of history in the College of Social Sciences of UP Baguio. He earned his BA Social Sciences degree in 1995 from UP Baguio. This was followed by an MA in Social Development Studies in 1996 and more recently, PhD in History from UP Diliman in 2005. Dean Rovillos has been board member of the Cordillera Women's Education and Resource Center and the Sibol ng Agham at Angkop na Teknolohiya. In 2002, he was National Consultant for the Asian Development Bank and Bureau of Non-Formal Education, Department of Education, in their development of a plan for the non-formal education for indigenous peoples in the Philippines. Dean Rovillos has published numerous works on gender issues and indigenous peoples' development in the Cordillera. Last, but certainly not the least, our third discussant is attorney Augusto B. Gatmaytan. He is a candidate for a PhD in anthropology from the London School of Economics. He graduated with a law degree from the UP College of Law in 1987 and passed the bar the same year. He also holds an MA in anthropology from the Ateneo de Manila University and a bachelor's degree in history and political science from the De La Salle University. Attorney Gatmay Tan was one of the founding members of the Legal Rights and Natural Resources Center, Inc., kasama sa kalikasan. He has represented indigenous peoples groups before the Supreme Court to defend the constitutionality of the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act. He has published numerous works in anthropology, community resource management, and the law, with many of these involving close work with the Banwaon, the Manobo, and other indigenous communities in Mindanao. I will proceed to the introduction of our reactors. Ms. Victoria Tauli Corpus is Kankanae from Besao Mountain Province and is currently Executive Director of Tenteba Foundation, an indigenous peoples organization established in 1996. The next is Ms. Zenaida Brihida Hamada Pawid. She is currently convener of the Cordillera People's Forum and has a wealth of experience as an NGO worker in the Cordillera, having been in this line of work since 1987. So ladies and gentlemen, our panel of discussants and the reactors, can we please give them a warm round of applause?
Spanish colonizers labeled us Indios. But more than Indios, we were infieles and feroces, pagans, as opposed to those who were binyag or baptized. The feroces also came to refer to groups that were not subdued by their army. But to many of our ancestors, they were Ibaloy, Kankanai, Bontok, Isneg, Tagbanwa, Palawanon, Higaonon, Aromanon, Manobo. Of course, the Binyag were also truly Ilocano, Tagalog, Bicolano, and other colorful labels. None of the feroces or Binyag participated in the Treaty of Paris of 1898, the agreement to cede Spanish sovereignty over the archipelago to Americans. By 1903, American colonial administrators created a Bureau of Non-Christian Tribes, following the suggestions of the Philippine Commissioner, later Secretary of Department of Interior, Dean Worcester. Dr. Owen Lynch chronicles this area and referred to this process of labeling as minoritization, fundamental in the policy of colonization and disenfranchisement of the early colonial period. By 1957, more enlightened legislators pursued a policy that led to the creation of the Bureau of National Integration. The agency became the Philippine Agency for National Minorities, or the PANAMIN, in martial law. This metamorphosed as the Office of Southern Cultural Communities and the Office of Northern Cultural Communities, produced as a result of the Provisional Freedom Constitution of 1986. What we now refer to as indigenous peoples were once then non-Christian tribes, national minorities, tribal Filipinos, and indigenous cultural communities. Ruby versus Provincial Board, penned by no less than Justice George Malcolm, the first Dean of the College of Law of the UP, after whom this building is named, reveals the reasons for these labels. Claiming protection from the Due Process Clause, Ruby, a Mangyan from Mindoro, filed an original petition for habeas corpus against the provincial government to prevent them from proceeding to forcibly place their communities in civil reservation.